So look, bro, I'm not going to play any videos. I'm not going to play any we're just gonna sit up here and I'm just gonna talk with y'all. I'm just gonna chat with y'all boys because Floyd Mayweather got rushed in London the other day. Yesterday, matter of fact. And I knew that once he expressed his support for Israel, it would be hell to pay. And the reason why is because understand something, bro. I know people that are Israelites. I know people that are Jewish, Christian. I have a relationship with people who have interpretations of all of the religious texts, especially we're talking about the Bible here, especially the Bible. And they all feel different ways about one another, different ways about the conflict between Gaza and Israel. And as Floyd, the money man, I understand him saying he's him saying that he's in support for Israel, because if you do your research, all the money folks, all the money people, they coming out of there. They're coming out of Israel. You dig what I'm saying? They fly that Star David, and that doesn't mean that they deserve to be. I'm not gonna speak on the relations as far as the conflict and who should support who. The facts are obviously there, bro. There's a genocide going on. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious. They're coming out. They're saying what they're saying on both sides. The videos, the covering of the whole situation. It's all around. It's a tragic situation for the Palestinians. They're definitely going through it. You know what I mean? And the only people who now people on the other side will say, "Oh well, it's fighting on both sides." Well, here's the thing. At this point, I don't think anybody believes that anymore because of what we've witnessed. And well, I mean, yeah, what we've been witnessing. At this point, if you got good vision, if you got good ears, if you can read, the only thing that's like somebody could say is we're not there, which we're not, but it's so overwhelming. The evidence is so overwhelming when it comes to who's being persecuted. I mean, at this point, it's not hard to tell. It ain't hard to tell, as Nas would say. But when Floyd comes out and he supports Israel, he put crosshairs on his back because this is a beef that extends far beyond all of us. This is a biblical beef. I'm not saying that to be funny or make headlines. This is a biblical beef. And now we're seeing these things unfold. This tension and this beef has been brewing since the beginning of time. Well, since the beginning of biblical times, all the way up until now, where we are in modern times. So there's too much. No one is safe. First of all, let me say something. I don't care how much money you have. No one is safe from the wrath of those who feel as though or who are being persecuted, especially in this big biblical beef. You know what I mean? Right now, the other side has got the upper hand. So because, you go and you say you stand in support of Israel, and then you go to London, which, I mean, yeah, there are plenty of not only Palestinian people, but people who are in support of Palestine. People all around the world are in support of Palestine. Hashtag Free Palestine is everywhere. No matter where you go, there's no running from it. It's in your face all the time. Facts about the Palestinian and Israeli situation going on are everywhere. You cannot hide from that. And I think that this was a show of arrogance from Floyd Mayweather, thinking that he could be in a position where he was like, hey, he supports his folks. And when I say his folks, I'm saying the people with the money that have been making sure he's been getting paid for a long time. Ain't no secret. We know what Bob Arum is, And what that means is he is one of the foremen of the boxing industry. And he's paid Floyd Mayweather personally, Muhammad Ali. He's paid pretty much any and everybody in the boxing game for at least the last 70 years, 60 years. You know what I mean? Muhammad Ali and Mayweather both have been paid by Bob Arum. And I think that he's in cahoots with a lot of people, right? That, like I say, if you look at the Harvey Weinsteins, if you look at the Jeffrey not to bring up Jeffrey Epstein, but if you look at the Epsteins and you look up the Weinsteins and you look up um, people who are in charge of all of the entertainment business for the most part, they all fall under the same group of people, and that's where I can see Floyd Mayweather having his alliances being with, you know what I mean, the supporting Israel. But I don't think that he understood what that really meant when he did decide to say that. I don't think he said that in spite of Palestine. I don't think he said that. But the thing is, one thing about communication is that it's permanent, right? So that means what you say and also what you don't say is permanent. When you put it out there, or whether you put it out there or you don't, you've seen how they came after DJ Khaled for not speaking out on behalf of Palestine because of his alliances with the music industry and what that means. Kyrie Irving came out and said and dropped a link to a book, or it was either a documentary or a book on it was on Amazon, or he dropped it on Twitter. I mean, it was, but the link was like a link to a documentary or a book, and everybody cooked him for it, right? Because he's a part of in a league and the commissioner of said league, not only now but even before now. You see what I'm saying? Before I don't need to put everything together for you. You know what I mean? Let the pieces fall where they may, and that when you can put it together, if you can put it together, do your research. I don't want to go ahead and get too deep on this because the platform that I'm on may not allow me to do so without consequence. Even though I'm not a very big YouTuber, that's fine. I drop every video with the intention of it spreading like wildfire. If you hear my dogs barking, forgive me. But this is a biblical beef. This is deeper than anything that we could have ever lived through or been a part of, which is why I have my reservations when speaking on this, because even though I'm somewhat educated, I'm still nowhere near educated enough to speak on this topic with any sort of certainty. Neither is Floyd Mayweather. Now, saying that, hey, Bob Arum is my guy is one thing, right? Saying that Adam Silver, you're my guy is one thing. But when you say support blatantly during all of this time, when you drop that if you drop that tough one like that and you say support Israel like that, you had to have known that something was people were gonna try you. Thankfully, nothing happened to Floyd Mayweather. I'm happy that nothing happened to Floyd Mayweather. He wasn't seriously injured or anything like that. I think this was just a display of arrogant ignorance, thinking that you are good in the hood to speak on or to say something, not understanding that this is beyond you. And this ball, no matter how much money you make, you're never too far away from the noose. You're never too far away from the guillotine. You're never too far away from the executioner. People can flip on you when you're a public figure, especially, just as fast as they showed you any sort of love and support. And I do believe he owes the people an apology. I do believe that. I do believe that he should admit his ignorance. I do believe that he should stay out of the way when it comes to politics, when it comes to world politics, or any of that type of shit, bro. Like, this is not your lane. You were a fighter. Everybody loved you. Everybody loved that fact that you were getting money. That's your niche, bro. You got to stay in your lane. Be the money man. Don't worry about that shit. When you're playing ball as a black man speaking to a black man, you're playing ball way too far above the rim. You know what I mean? Shoot or shoot. You're not a dunker. You're playing ball far too high above the rim. You're flying too close to the sun, if you will. This topic obviously gets deeper because it's a deep topic. But yeah. 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 See this right here? You're playing ball Way I don't even know if this dude see I'm here's my thing. I don't think that um he understands the gravity of this shit, bro. Because he thinking, I guarantee you this. He's thinking, oh, I'm just trying to speak up for humanity. I'm a humanitarian. I'm a philanthropist. I believe we should all be, bro. Again, this is a biblical beef. This is not some shit where you hit the fence and you just travel the world and you say some shit like this. You see what I'm saying? Because people feel strongly about they're not playing with you, bro. Some uninformed people are complaining about the treatment of Floyd Mayweather in London last night. This is just one of his posts where he's made it crystal clear that he's aligned with them. Bro, they are not playing with you, bro. I'm not, bro. You think I'm playing? They are not playing with you. People feel extremely strong. And if there was some real steppers, bro, if somebody wanted to really come dribble you down, they could have walked you down on some other type of time. Let me see this. Champion of Israel. So passionately calls on everyone to rally behind MDA. Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, bro. Look at Michael Rappaport, bro. Tweaking. I'm telling you. So Floyd, he said, let me set the record straight. There's no truth to the rumors going around. I wasn't punched or touched in any way. What you're seeing is just my security doing their job to keep things under control. I was in the UK for a quick 48-hour stop to do some shopping. Unfortunately, people let jealousy and negativity fuel false stories. I'm perfectly fine. There's really nothing more to it. That's what he said. So now, this is March. So yeah, no, he's been rocking with, you know, for some time. But again, if he's on the side of money, it doesn't surprise me that he's rocking with who he's rocking with. And if you know, you know. You dig what I'm saying? Now, that's we're talking about the jewelers, the people who write the record company contracts, the people who are executive movie producers for the most part, the people who run Hollywood, the people who run all of who run boxing in America. The list goes on. It does. If you go and you follow and you look deep enough, you'll find the same thing. And it doesn't surprise me that he does, rock with who he rocks with. He got all the money. He was in an industry where it was pretty much exclusively being led by, not exclusively, but Bob Arum is, he plays a huge part in. I'm not surprised that he said what he said. And we don't know how deep the roots go. Truthfully, we don't. We have no idea. But consequences for your actions, bro. No matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter. And people, they obviously were not going to play with him about what he said. So what do you think about what he said? What do you think? Obviously, he made a mistake. But when you come at it like this, as if you're locked in, like, this is the thing. It seemed as though somebody told him to say this. He was only fed one side of the story. It doesn't look as though this is an informed statement right here. I don't believe that he was truly informed. I believe that this man was speaking from a place of ignorance. I don't believe that Floyd was informed at all. And I believe, like I said, he came out here. He went to Jerusalem. He went to Israel before, right? He got shown around the city. Kind of like when people go to North Korea, right? They show you around the city how nice it is, and then they say, "Oh, but look, our enemies are X, Y, and Z. They want to destroy this place. So if you could do me a favor, if you could do us a favor, right, and be an ambassador for Israeli excellence, or you know what I mean, support us, and you know what I mean, we've been nothing but good to you. I mean, we've paid you, we've made sure that we've been able to, and I guarantee you, it's gonna come down to the fact that he's gonna say, well, they've always treated me well. They're responsible for changing my life. They're, you know, people that are from here. You know, I'm telling you right now. I see the play. I see it. I see where I see his perspective, right? And just as a human, on a human to human thing. But bro, you're wrong, because you can't go out on a limb like this when you don't know, when you aren't completely locked in. Really, it's just none of your business to speak on. So with that being said, I'll leave it there. I thought it was interesting. I thought this was interesting because you rarely see Floyd in these types of hot situations like this, where he's getting rushed and all this. Like, I don't know, man. This something is definitely feeling like the energy feels off in the streets right now with this one. He definitely did not belong in this he didn't belong in this space. This wasn't his bag. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'm gone.